Hello everyone and welcome. Today we're going to be making this beautiful summer poppy wreath. Isn't it gorgeous? We're using an 18-inch grapevine today, so this one's going to be quite large and in charge, but I think it turned out beautifully. So I hope you guys are going to enjoy this tutorial. I am Melissa with TCP Crafts Designs and Decor, so if you are new to our channel, first off, welcome. Secondly, we would love to have you hit that subscribe and notification bell if you're interested in learning more about wreaths, centerpieces, arrangements, all the things. We would love to have you join our channel. But I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to get the camera ready and we're going to go ahead and get started. Hello everyone. Today we're going to be making a summer poppy wreath. So these are so fun. I love the poppies, and so I thought we would go in today with a little summer wreath. We're just going to be using some of our grape ivy sprays. I'm not grape ivy, our cottonwood ivy. So I'm going to start layering in some of our cottonwood ivy. I'm just giving these a bend. And we're going to get these added. Now I am using an 18-inch grapevine. I don't have any 14s left. I used the last one making a greenery wreath in our private design group. So I had to order some more. So we're just going to use this 18-inch. It will take more product with the 18-inch, but you know, just use whatever you have. If you have a 14 or a 16, that would be perfect. I'm going to kind of intertwine that one into my grapevine just a little bit right there. So let me give these a little bit of a bend. I like to bend these to get the movement and create that sort of realistic drama, as if it was just growing out in nature, just kind of doing its own thing. So we're going to add some of these to it. Me and those glue strings, y'all know, are my nemesis. I need to cut the little leaf on this one off so I have a little bit more of a stem. A little bend in there. Okay. I want some of this coming in. So pull it forward. Let's get one going this way. Okay. And get our bow added. I'm just going to be using this orange and white check Ferris silk. See how long I want my tails. Probably there is good. So I'm just going to pinch it, create a loop, pinch. Going to twist, pull it out, and then back up. Make sure my loops are the same size, and they are. Okay, give it another twist. I'm going to go up about 1/2 inch. Pretty good. Twist. And about 1/2 inch on this one as well. So we're just going to keep doing this. I think we're going to do 6 loops on this design. Maybe this is a pretty big wreath, so maybe we'll do more than 6. I think we need a big bow on this one. Maybe we'll do 8. I'm going up about 1/2 inch on each. Let's do one more and let's give us 8 loops. We're going to have just enough ribbon, so that's worked out perfect. Get a pipe cleaner. Twist my bow. There we go. All right, so I'm going to get a pick. I'm just going to put my bow on a pick here. Carefully. I'm going to get that added down in my grapevine. Okay. I'm going to let it do its thing, let that glue dry for a second. I have just a tiny bit of ribbon left. Let me see if I want to do we could do a fun little loop on the side if we wanted. Give us another little loop, shorter loop up here. I think we'll just leave it. We'll leave it. The whole scrap's gonna probably go in the trash. All right. So while that's drying, let's take a couple of these shorter pieces of cottonwood to get around our bow. So I'm just going to anchor my bow with these. Okay, I have one little piece of cottonwood. I think I want to pull in a little bit more in the center. I may end up going and getting another one. Get a couple more pieces here. With this being an 18-inch, I need a little bit more product. Then if I was using the 14-inch, I would just use one of these. But with this 18-inch, I need more. I need more and more. I'll probably only use about 1.5, if even. Just really need a few more pieces. So it's optional if you just wanted to use the one. I just like mine a little fuller. So that side over there. And of course, I always give my greenery a bend. I want to get another one to kind of help support that bow. Ribbon that tail. I'm going to go right up underneath this loop here. See if I can get it in. I think I want another piece down here. Yep. Okay, let's move on. We'll save that extra greenery for filler. I brought in a couple fern pieces. So let's add a couple of this just to give it a little bit different texture. This fern here is not my favorite, I'll be honest with you, but it's going to be hidden by our florals and this other greenery, so that's a perfect time to use up some of the greenery that you're not a huge fan of. Because you're going to have so much other stuff going on in there, you won't even be able to tell. I mean, it's not terrible, it's just not my favorite. This will give us a little bit extra texture in there. Kind of break it up a little bit. I like to use usually at least 3 greeneries. I think I want another piece of that ivy on the outside edge over there. And I think another piece right there. So I'm going to go in with one of my smaller pieces. So as we start filling this out, don't be afraid to go back and forth between your greeneries. Now this one, I'm going to cut it down. Let's take this shorter piece. I'm going to go right in. Bring that in. Okay, let's stop for now. We still have a few pieces of this left. Let's work on getting, I also have a little shikaboo greenery that we're going to add. But I think I want to get a couple of our poppies in and then we'll come back and add that here in a second. So the stars of our show are these poppy sprays. And they are beautiful. Look at these orange, large poppies. Aren't they so pretty? So we're going to use a couple of these. And then I also have a poppy bush. So we're going to pull in some of the creams. And then I have this little mini poppy. So we're going to tie these all together. But we're going to start with the stars of our show, which are these really large ones. Aren't they beautiful? Love them. I think we only have maybe a dozen or so of these left. So if you want them, I'd grab them. They're selling quickly. We're getting into the summer and fall arrangement. Okay, so let's see where I want our first poppy. Of course, I'm giving them a bend, kind of like that one there. So I'm actually just going to hit it with my glue and not pull that back out. It's in a good little spot there. All right. So with each of the sprays, you get a large one, a medium size, and then a bud. Let's see where we want our next one. I think I'm going to cut the stem down a little bit. I don't need it quite that long. I'll put that one right there. They're going to be facing all different directions. You don't want them all facing the same way. They grow in nature just all crazy. And then we're going to take our little bud. I got my bud coming out of my bow. I'm just going to straighten that up a little bit. If you have to add a pick on it, just add a pick. I'm going to see if I can do it without it. There we go. So now we got our little bud kind of popping out of our bow. Love it. Okay. Let's get another one. And I don't like working in even numbers, so we may not use all of this. We'll see. Add one here. Okay, let's go in our smaller. I want this guy kind of right there. All right, where's our little bit? He's going to kind of come up in the center. I want to try to move this one up just a hair, a little bit closer to our bow there. Okay. Now let's go in. You see, we kind of got, I don't like the even numbers on this, but I'm hoping by the time we get done adding in, let me move this one, I think. I don't like the placement on that one, though. Hoping by the time we get done adding the rest of these, it's going to look okay. If not, I'll grab another one. But we've got more poppies to add, so. Okay. We'll save our small poppies. Let's go in with our little poppy bush. Let's get some of these added. So this has like a very pale yellow, a cream, and then the orange to it. So let's just cut up a few of these. Put this stem down. I don't need it that long. Okay, I'm going to take one of our Chickaboo sprays and I'm going to get it cut up and I'm going to have it ready to go for little fillers as we're going along. But I do want to add some of this in here. Now these have been restocked. They're a little spinnier, but they're really pretty and they have a nice little texture to them. Now the leaves will have a tendency to pop off some, so I just hit them with a little bit of glue right where those little leaves are connected. But I'm going to go right next to this poppy and add that little Chickaboo. Okay. So let's go in now with another one, kind of maybe diagonal. I'm going to create a triangle, so I'm going to go, and this is the cream. Let me find another cream. This is a little smaller one, but it's still cream. So I'm going to go be right here with that one. Okay, let's go in now with our little yellowish color. It's like a pale yellow. And have that one sort coming in. We'll save our oranges for later since we already have our large orange. That one come down just a little bit. I'm going to cut it shorter. Okay, I like that. This one on this side over here. Add this one over there. It's going to be sort of going out a little bit. Let's go in with another one of our little yellows. And we're going to go up above. Got one thing there. I think I want to bring one out of our bow. We're going to pull it up more in the center there. Okay, I want to drop one over on this side. I'm going to go in with an orange. We've got a couple little baby pieces, I got little baby buds on them, so let's add a couple of these in here. We need some up here, giving us height by our bow. Let's go in, we got a couple of the cream ones. We're going to go back and add some more of our chickaboo in here. Got one more orange one, little baby one. I think he's going to come up through the center, maybe. Him down here. I think he's going to hang out down there. I've got a few more pieces. So let's add some of our chickaboo in here and then kind of see where we still need some love. Just looking for some holes. And this is just being added as filler. I'm going to give another one cut up. So now we're going to fill in some more with these little baby poppies. These have a little bit more of a reddish tone. So it's called, they call it watermelon is the color. And so it does have pull a reddish tone to it. So I can see where they get that name from. So I'm going to cut these up. We're going to fill in some of our holes with these little watermelon ones. So we've got a hole down here. So I'm going to fill that in right there. Got a little bit of a hole right there. Okay. I've got 3 more, so I got to make sure that I'm going evenly around my wreath. We don't want them just on this side, so kind of break up the 2 creams that are right there. I think I'm going to go in the center right here with this one. Maybe drop him right there. A little bit further down, I think. There we go. Got him drop down there. Let's turn it out. Beautiful. Nice and lush. Now I have a couple of these little babies left with these creams. Let me see where I need a couple. I'm thinking right there. Okay, and I have a few stems of this globosum spray left from another project. And so I figured we could just add a couple of these in here. It's not quite a full. I think I was missing like 1 stem off of it. So this gives us kind of I like to add some sort of berry or fun little attribute to my designs when I can. And so this almost has a little berry feel to it. Let's get a few of these tucked in there. Have some come towards the inside. Back behind with that one. Okay, I have 1 more little baby piece. I'm thinking maybe on this side of the bow, since we have that one right there. I almost wonder if we need another loop, but we were almost out of ribbon, weren't we? I don't think I can even make a loop. I'm almost wondering if we need another loop up there. Let me see. I do like having that other loop there. Okay, so I'm going to use here. We have a need for our little, so we're going to make our own little loop. Just going to make a loop. Put a pick on it. There. That is better. More better. Okay. We are looking pretty good. What do we got left? We have a couple of the orange poppies on this bush left. Don't know if we need to use them, but I hate having just a few little pieces left, so I'm tempted to just get them added. So let's do that one there. A little baby bud, and then 2 kind of full pieces. So we're going to get these added. Do not want to save just a couple of pieces. Can I drop that one down there? Maybe we take this little baby piece. Okay, let's clean up our loops here. I think I'm just going to cut this down just to here, and I'm just going to fold it. And then this one I'm going to leave a little longer. It's just kind of naturally wanting to curl, which is great. The nice thing about those fair silks, worth every penny. Until you work with it, you just won't understand. And it is pricier, but man, it is so worth it. It really elevates your designs. I have one leaf right here that I got a bunch of glue on, so I'm just gonna snip it. Couple pieces of the cottonwood ivy left. Let me see if I want to add. I think we got a hole right here that could use a little piece. I think we might need a little piece up there. And I'm probably going to wait until I get my pictures. And once I get it on the wall or on the door, I can really see where we might need a little extra love. But I think it turned out pretty. Okay, y'all, so here is our beautiful poppy wreath. Isn't that gorgeous? Nice, pretty summer poppy wreath. I think it turned out beautifully. So if you love watching these types of tutorials where we work on wreaths, silk floral arrangements, centerpieces, all the things, we would love to have you subscribe. Hit that little notification bell. You'll be notified every time we have new tutorials. And if you're looking for more detailed instruction, as well as business tips and tricks, we do have our private membership group open. There is a link down in the description. You can check that out. We do have a free trial going on, so you can go in there and take a look around and look at our full library. And we have more tutorials every single month, as well as live Q&As in there. So I hope you guys enjoyed. Until next time.